in EPF now is the statutory PF contribution for those who are not covered in the earlier one is being reduced from 12% to 10%. So for the next 3 months, employers need to pay only 10% and not 12% so that they will have some more money in their hands. However, for the central public sector enterprises and for state PSUs, we will continue to pay 12%. So this reduction is not for the government. However, government employees government employer still pays 12%. But employees in these public sector undertakings will be given the advantage of paying only 10%. So a liquidity relief of 6,750 crores for both the employee and employer will be available for the next 3 months.
एक और प्रावधान, क्योंकि आज के समय पैसा कर्मचारी के हाथ में भी कैसे ज़्यादा हो, इसमें भी एक बड़ी राहत देने का प्रयास इसमें किया है कि जो ईपीएफ कंट्रीब्यूशन है, जिनका ईपीएफ का योगदान है, वो ऐसे संस्थानों के लिए और कर्मचारियों के लिए 12% से कम करके 10% अगले 3 महीनों के लिए किया गया है। इससे कर्मचारी भी और संस्थान दोनों को लाभ मिलेगा। लेकिन जो सरकारी हमारी संस्थान है, सेंट्रल पीएससीज हैं, इनके लिए 12% ही रहेगा, उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं किया गया है। तो इससे कुल मिलाकर 6,750 करोड़ रुपए का लिक्विडिटी सपोर्ट इनको मिलेगा और एक तरह से 6,750 करोड़ रुपया ज्यादा इनके हाथ में आएगा।
The next one is about non-banking financial companies, housing finance corporations, and microfinance institutions. We have been hearing, in spite of a lot of steps which the RBI took, in spite of all the provisions that we made between the July budget and the February budget, it was felt that the NBFCs were not able to get enough resources. And particularly, some NBFCs which were not very highly rated had particular difficulties in comparison to the others. So, Government of India now launches a 30,000 crore special liquidity scheme. Under the scheme, investment will be made in both primary and secondary market transactions where investment grade debt papers, this is not infusing equity, this is taking and buying debt papers of NBFCs, housing finance corporations and microfinance institutions, and not high quality debt papers, they can be investment quality also. So this we expect will have an impact on those struggling NBFCs who need money to carry on with business, and these NBFCs are also those who have been funding MSMEs. So in order for these NBFCs to keep their network of MSMEs served, this infusion is absolutely necessary, and these securities with which you're going to buy these debt papers will be fully guaranteed by Government of India. They will be fully guaranteed by Government of India. We hope that this will also bring in a lot of difference for NBFCs who have access to small and micro units, and therefore we want to ease the flow of credit through these NBFCs who have only not so good debt papers in their hands.
गैर बैंकिंग वित्तीय कंपनियां, एनबीएफसीज या फिर हमारे हाउसिंग फाइनेंस कंपनीज और माइक्रो फाइनेंस इंस्टीट्यूट, इन सब के लिए जो इनके पास लिक्विडिटी की कमी आती थी, धन का अभाव होता था, उसके लिए ये नई योजना लेकर आए हैं जिसमें 30,000 करोड़ रुपए का विशेष तौर पर प्रावधान किया जाएगा। स्पेशल लिक्विडिटी स्कीम ये होगी जिससे इनके धन की आपूर्ति भी होगी और इसके माध्यम से जहां एक और हाउसिंग सेक्टर को बल मिलेगा, एमएसएमई सेक्टर को बल मिलेगा, उसका भी लाभ हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था में और नीचे आम आदमी को पहुंचेगा और इसका पूरी तरह से गारंटी भारत की सरकार देगी।
The next facility also for the NBFCs is to give 45,000 crore liquidity infusion through a partial credit guarantee scheme for the NBFCs in particular. This is an existing scheme, but we are expanding its scope. Expanding its scope only because it will now cover borrowings such as primary bond issued, the commercial papers. So all these will constitute the liability side of the balance sheet, but we are getting into that area also. But in this case, as different from the previous one, 20%, the first 20% loss alone will be borne by the guarantor, which is Government of India. The first 20% loss. So in this again, AA rated papers below and also below that will all be included. Even unrated papers will be eligible for investment. This we think will help many of the microfinance institutions, and with this, if money goes into their hands, even based on unrated papers, we guess they will have liquidity to reach out to the MSMEs who may be in the far-flung areas.
जहां पहली 30,000 करोड़ की लिक्विडिटी गारंटी स्कीम लेकर आए थे, एनबीएफसीज के लिए, एचएफसीज और एमएफआईज के लिए, वहीं पर अब आंशिक ऋण गारंटी योजना, ये लगभग 45,000 करोड़ रुपए की एनबीएफसीज का इसमें प्रावधान किया गया है। इसमें भारत सरकार गारंटर होगी, जो 20% का नुकसान इसके द्वारा वहन किया जाएगा। और यही नहीं, इसमें AA पेपर और इससे भी नीचे वाले जो है उसको भी इसमें पैसा मिल पाएगा, ऋण मिल पाएगा। और इसके अलावा जो अनरेटेड पेपर एलिजिबिलिटी है इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए, वो भी इसमें प्रावधान किए गए हैं, ताकि ज़्यादा इसका स्कोप बढ़ सके, ज़्यादा लोगों को इसका लाभ मिल सके और कुल मिलाकर इससे भी नई लैंडिंग जो है, यानी कि कर्जा दिया जा सके सूक्ष्म लघु मध्यम उद्योग को और आम नागरिकों को भी मिल सके, उसके लिए इसका प्रावधान किया गया है।
I move over to talking about the DISCOMs. DISCOMs today are facing unprecedented cash flow problems. They desperately need help. Otherwise, they are unable to pay the power generating companies. You know, all the states, DISCOMs are in serious crisis. So in order to help them, there is a emergency liquidity injection, which is happening to the extent of 90,000 crores. Now the Power Finance Corporation, REC, the Rural Electrification Corporations, both of them put together will infuse liquidity of 90,000 crores to all the DISCOMs against all the receivables that they have. They're sitting there without getting paid. In turn, they are not able to pay the GENCOs. In turn, the GENCOs are wondering where they will have more money to pay for producing electricity. And at a time when we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat, at a time when we are also rightly claiming the credit for having made India a surplus power generating country, we've reached a stage where DISCOMs don't have money because they're sitting with receivables. So we are now making a provision, a one-time provision for PFCs and RECs to infuse that money into the DISCOMs against their receivables, and who in turn, this will be done with the state issuing guarantees. The guarantee, the amount which is being infused on guarantees being given by states. Now, obviously, having received that infusion of money, the DISCOMs will pay the GENCOs. GENCOs in turn will clear their dues and keep the cycle moving. Now, what does this do to the customer? The customer, we want the benefit to be passed on to the customer. We are in fact telling the central public sector generation companies that they shall give rebate to those DISCOMs which shall pass these benefits to the final customer. So we are making it clear to the central public sector generation companies that on receiving the money from the DISCOMs, they should be able to pass it on again back to the consumers. So this is a one-time infusion of liquidity for cash-desperate DISCOMs.
बिजली वितरण कंपनियों की आय में जो भारी कमी आई है और लेनदारी जो इनके कई राज्यों से बढ़ी है, उसके कारण भी ये अभूतपूर्व नकदी प्रवाह की स्थिति इनको देखनी पड़ रही है। इन परिस्थितियों में आम उपभोक्ता को भी नुकसान ना हो, बिजली उत्पादन करने वाले भी और बिजली वितरण करने वाले भी इस अभूतपूर्व समस्या में कहीं उलझकर ना रह जाएं, इसके लिए 90,000 करोड़ रुपए का प्रावधान डिस्कॉम्स के लिए किया गया है, बिजली वितरण कंपनियों के लिए किया गया है। और ये 90,000 करोड़ रुपया जो बिजली वितरण कंपनियों को दिया जाएगा, वो पावर फाइनेंस कॉरपोरेशन और रूरल इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन कॉरपोरेशन के माध्यम से दिया जाएगा।
पीएम के 20 लाख करोड़ के आर्थिक पैकेज पर वित्त मंत्री ने की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस।